All right, moving on, continuing with our focus on the edtech sector. India's professionals are doubling down on upskilling in FY26, and according to Great Learning's latest report, 81% plan to invest in new skills, 73% feel confident about job retention, and 78% see AI as a career enabler, not a threat. The shift is clear. Professionals are embracing Gen AI, prioritizing certificate programs over traditional degrees, and chasing both financial growth and work-life balance in equal measure. To decode the numbers and what they signal about the future of learning and work, I'm now joined by Hari Krishnan Nair, the co-founder of Great Learning. Hari, welcome to Startup Street. Job retention confidence has jumped 11 points year on year. What do you think is driving this optimism among professionals, especially in large firms and tier 1 cities?
All right. First of all, thank you for having me. So I think this optimism is really being driven by the impact that professionals are seeing in terms of AI. So last year, there was a lot of apprehension around whether there would be job losses. But this year, there's more confidence, especially in Indian markets and professionals working in India. And they see that AI is a great enabler for them to do their jobs better and grow in their careers. And that's where the optimism comes from.
Okay, like I mentioned earlier, your report finds that 78% of professionals are optimistic about AI's impact on their careers. What's changed, Hari, in the perception of AI over the last year? Also, there's a surprising gap. MBA and BCom graduates are more optimistic than BE and BTech professionals. What's behind that?
So I think the general sense of optimism is, as I mentioned, stems from the fact that more and more professionals are now realizing that AI is an enabler, or they need to consider AI as an enabler at their workplace. And upskilling in AI is the way that they can secure their careers and grow in their careers. So I think with that realization, people are more optimistic and more confident about how they want to tackle the challenges at the workplace and grow their careers. In terms of when we look at the levels of confidence between, let's say, BTech candidates and MBA candidates, I think the difference is that the maximum disruption that AI has brought about, it has been in the tech sector, right? So it's actually engineering and software development jobs that have been challenged. And that's why there is some amount of, let's say, pessimism in terms of what the future looks like when we look at tech roles. But for everybody else, it's more about, how do we get to do our jobs better? And even within engineering roles also, I feel that this is only a transition phase. And we will see more and more engineering professionals understand and embrace AI as just the new normal.
All right. The report mentions that 60% of professionals are now using Gen AI extensively for learning. What are some of the most innovative or impactful ways you've seen learners leverage these tools?
So just for context, at Great Learning, we've trained over 12 million learners, globally from about more than 170 countries. And these professionals come across various roles and sectors, from technology to marketing to finance to legal to HR and so on. And what is very evident is that irrespective of what function or, which career line you've chosen, professionals today are using AI to do their jobs better. Right. So marketing professionals are using AI to create better content. Software professionals, of course, are using AI, to put out code faster, to iterate better. Designers are using AI. Lawyers are using AI to put out their first drafts. So I think this is a trend, a revolution that is really sector and role agnostic. Everybody gets to become better if they embrace AI, if they know how to use AI.
All right. Let's quickly talk about upskilling now, with 81% planning to invest in it this year. Which skill areas are seeing the highest demand, and what's driving that interest?
Well, I mean, the front runner by far, from with long margin, is really AI and Gen AI. Starting from recent college grads who are looking to acquire skills such that they become more employable, to mid to senior professionals who are looking to upskill in AI and Gen AI to essentially lead their teams better. So AI and Gen AI are definitely the number one skill that is being sought by learners across all cross sections, across all geographies, India and abroad.
Okay. Now, the report notes a clear shift from master's degrees to short format certificate programs. What's fueling this trend? Is it cost, flexibility, or employer preference?
I think it's a mix of multiple factors. One is time, right? So not all professionals have 2 years to dedicate towards a master's degree. There are several professionals and learners who want to acquire skills at a much faster pace. So that's why they gravitate more towards upskilling and certificate programs. And the other part is that for most part, our conventional degrees have not updated their curriculum or are not as impactful in learning experiences as compared to upskilling and certificate programs, which are really cutting edge
Yeah.
and resonate well with the industry in what the industry expects.
Okay. The report also mentions that 82% of professionals are job hunting, but it's not just about salary anymore. Work-life balance matters just as much. So how are you seeing this play out in learner expectations and in program design?
So career growth has always been the key reason for learners and professionals to upskill. I think that has always been the case, even before the AI revolution dawned upon us. The difference that we are seeing, and in fact, what most professionals are experiencing and most organizations are experiencing, is that with efficient and impactful use of AI, you can do the same quantum of work in lesser amount of time. Right.
Yeah.
So there are two benefits to it. One is that if you are in today's job market, if you are equipped with AI skills, your career opportunities improve in terms of better jobs, better salaries, better companies, and so on. And secondly, because you're able to do the same quantum of work in a lesser amount of time, it also gives you, more time for other things in life, and thereby improving your work-life balance.
Okay. Well, on that note, I'll have to wrap up our conversation. But many thanks, Hari, for joining us on Startup Street. Appreciate your time.
Thank you. It's been a